on the option. Now the pitch. There he goes. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
The give out of the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. It doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. We've got a very low number beside your name. You're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game. They have a lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And on this opening drive, the offense trying to be aggressive, attacking deep down the field. But they're going to have to do a better job of taking advantage of those one-on-one matchups because that time the defense won. They were able to high point the football, creating the interception.
Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover, you get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Quarterback may change this route. They'll give it to him again. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And they will score! Touchdown, Alabama! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, Nick.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about him after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They're going to go right back to him on first down. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Went with the running game on first down, now back at it. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Snagged out of the air. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Sends it back in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Swings it out to the flat. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
From the shotgun, the inside give. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
4th down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quickly complete. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Give to the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. Those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens, but you've got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Dead center perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. defense onto the field. They'll give it to Johnson. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a...
Oh, he's got some space. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Got his man. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Looking to throw, it's Russell. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He'll pull it down and run. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Under fire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Might be calling a hot route. Second down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Right down the boulevard, it's good. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it out. Makes a move. He's got an alley. Just barely able to keep him from pouncing it on that one. What a nice return. This dude is absolute electricity when he gets the ball in his hand. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The give to the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Going for it all. Touchdown, Irish! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
And the extra point is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Oklahoma was able to ride away on that Sooner schooner with the win, but not necessarily without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Making side adjustments here. To the air. It's Russell. Works the middle. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. They're going to run it. Can't get it to the ground. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Gets it out fast. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Wants to fire on second down. He'll pull it down. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab on the left. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Bama! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll return it. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Handoff from the gun. He's stopped in the backfield again. This defense trying to send a message he'll have to carry into halftime. They'll go to work in the air on second down. On the run, still looking. It'll be incomplete. Trying to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The Irish send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Now on the return. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking for a man. It's Russell. He's going for it all. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run. But that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Makes the catch. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. He might want another play. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got enough for the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Might as well give it to him again. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes that Alabama offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Here's the handoff. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
He'll try to do it himself.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
2nd down coming up. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Direct snap. Oh, better look out. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And that one will pull up here in the second half.
This is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have...
There he goes! And he goes out of bounds, but finally this passing game gets something going here as they try to rally. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum.
They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and after that big run, the defense answers.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Wants to go up top. Deep shot for the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. Keeps looking downfield. Complete to the right. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. He'll keep it himself. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
The extra point here would tie the game. And it's no good. Had a chance to tie it and couldn't do it. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they finish it off with the score from the 4. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Rolling right and going deep. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off, but I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing it, understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the sideline as he rolled out to the right. Didn't give him any space to run the football, covering the pass deep. Really nice defense on that play.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who've starred through the first 3 periods. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So we open the final period with a third down play. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to throw, it's Russell. Steps away to find some room. Got him downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And, man, that is so frustrating for this defense. You got him where you wanted him. You backed him up on third down. You knew they were going to throw the football, but they just couldn't stop him. They give up the first down, and time is running out. This defense is going to have to get aggressive.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Steps away. He's going to take off. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Makes a catch right in the middle of a danger zone. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that bubble screen goes nowhere. You got to give the defender credit because he won at the point of attack, defeated the block. He was able to get to the ball carrier and get him down on the ground.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Yeah, and how about the linebacker? You know, you ask him to do so much on the football field and cover so much ground. You don't always ask him to go man-to-man, but when you do, the linebacker comes through, swats the ball to the ground.
Looking downfield, it's Russell. He's got him all the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
To the air on 2nd down. Touchdown time! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all ball-line speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas Tech is getting crushed today, and this is in front of a full house in Lubbock. That fan base should not be subjected to this. They're trailing by 35 to Texas A&M. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Power football with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. The quick out. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Back to pass on second down. Now improvising. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
And man, it can be dangerous when quarterbacks get outside the pocket. They can stress your defense so bad. You better chase them. You got to keep running as hard as you can and try to get to him before he can throw that football, especially square those shoulders up. Nice job by the defense continuing to pursue.
Makes the grab deep. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Timeout, Alabama.
Huge moment coming here as they try to punch it in and quiet this crazy, raucous crowd. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
Got it behind the line. It's Gilbert. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Try to power it in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And you got to use a timeout right now after that run play. You've got 3 in your back pocket. You can't take them with you. You're losing this game right now. So take all the time you can to make sure that your quarterback and your head coach and play caller are all on the same page.
A touchdown here on third and goal really ratchets ratchets up the game pressure. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. Big fella's not going to make it to the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. They want to throw it. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he steps in just in the nick of time to get the touchdown they need, and now they need to cap it with a 2.
Well, it's a great job getting the touchdown. Obviously, now you've got to go for 2. You got to dial up your best 2-point play to try to tie this thing with only seconds to go.
Listen to this crowd begging its defense to get a stop. Wants to go up top. He will get there for the 2-point conversion, and we have a tie game in the waning seconds. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking for a man, it's Russell. Firing to the right, complete. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds. Crimson Tide could get very aggressive here on 2nd and inches. Wants to go up top. They're working that left side. Down across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Extending the play. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Well, you look at the clock. They've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these 2 teams is the most mature, who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Rushes on him. Got a man. It's great. They'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 17.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Looking to throw, it's Russell. Quick strike complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. Quick release on the RPO. Touchdown, Alabama! They strike first in overtime. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season. And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football, sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Touchdown, Irish! They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
Yeah, how about the design of the play? Doing a great job. Get it to your man, your running back, now turn receiver in space, and let him do damage. Let him catch the football. He can do the rest. Be that special player in space that you know he is and get into the end zone.
Don't assume on this extra point. They needed to send it to a second OT. And the extra point was good. Now first down here in the second overtime. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. To the air on first down. Makes the grab.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else to play.
Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First down in the red zone, and this crowd imploring its defense to stand firm. They'll ride the hot hand. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gonna swing it on second down. He caught it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
Now to keep this overtime drive going on third and short. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. First and goal, they'll try to take the lead here in the second overtime. Quarterback looking for just a crack on the sneak. Touchdown, Notre Dame! That score gives them the lead here in the second overtime.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
They got the touchdown. Now in the second overtime, you have to go for 2. Trying to pound it in. They got it. Executed beautifully, and the lead is 8 in double overtime. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Scanning the field, it's Russell. Gets open down the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. Alabama quickly back to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. touchdown to stay in the game. He wants to change this route. Takes it from the gun on third down. Got his man quickly. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
When you got a weapon this good at tight end, the quarterback, you've got to look his way, especially in this area of the field. Because remember, it's the red zone where these windows are so small. Nice job getting the completion and picking up the first.
Looking downfield on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
Second down, he'll throw it. Under fire. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. They are up against it, a third and long, needing a touchdown here in overtime. Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation, want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. Third down in overtime, and they need to get it to the end zone. Dropping back, it's Russell. Spits it out to the back. And the defense getting a hand in there on third down.
After that incompletion, because you're down in the red zone setting up fourth and long, you'd imagine they would jog the field goal unit out here, but we've seen offenses stay aggressive. If they believe in their playmakers and they want to score touchdowns, you might see this offense go for it.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Touchdown, Bama! They got one score they needed. Now they need the deuce to send us to triple OT.
I think the quarterback showed his head coach a lot on that last touchdown pass, the poise and the confidence. And because of that, David, on this upcoming two-point play, you might just put it back into his hands and let him go win it for you.
Yeah, man, I need it again, right? Like these rules, I got to go for two. This is a clutch moment. Obviously, got to come up big. Do you trust him again? You worked on these two-point plays all year long, all week long. That's what you do. You know the rules. Now you got to go execute.
They got it. Ties the game and will play on in the third overtime. And now it's all two-point conversion attempts from here on out. The snap sets up the throw. Quick completion on the out. They are stopped on the two-point try, and now it'll be up to the defense. They broke serve. Now a chance to win it with a two-point conversion. Snap in the shotgun. That's it. That's the ball game. The two-point try is a winner in OT. My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away there, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here. We're bouncing around. We're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great win for this team to go out and do it in overtime. That's the type of game that fans are going to be talking about for a long time, David.
Free. Yeah, right. If you know Rich Davis, that is not happening. But we got a free game that was awesome. Back and forth, nip and tuck, and bonus time. You got some free overtime play in that one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Rhys Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.